What is up, guys, and welcome to Bodie Vision. Welcome to today. So I've been talking about this for quite a while. This is just going to be the first one. I plan on doing this with a couple different cars, but I have my brother with me. We're going to be doing his car. It's a B16 Honda. We're going to get all into that. So let's hit that intro, and here it is. You heard? Let's get right into it. Tell us a little bit about your car and tell the viewers and the subscribers, thanks for subscribing, tell them who you are and about your car just a little bit.
Alright, well, my name is Josh. I'm obviously his brother. This is my 1996 Honda Civic. I've had it for quite a while now. A lot of people don't have cars for a long time. I've had this car this month now 11 years. I bought it when I was a sophomore in high school.
Right. I don't know anybody that's had a Honda this long. Usually it's like underwear. They get a Honda, they do stuff with it, they get frustrated, and then they just sell it. But to have a car for 11 years, talk about some of the stages that it has been through. Like right when you got it, how you did, your thoughts on modification, and how that has changed now throughout the years. 11 years later, I mean, I'm sure it's changed a lot, right?
Yeah, absolutely. When I first bought it, I wasn't even into cars at all. I was just shopping around for a car. I just bought a car. I looked, whatever, nice. I bought it for some college girl. It was completely stock. It was automatic, single cam. Only modification to it was the head unit radio, and then that was it.
Man, I forgot that it was automatic, just because when did you do the swap? We'll get a little more into the swap later on, but when did you go 5-speed from automatic? I don't even really remember. What year was it?
That was October. It was right around Halloween. October 2009 was when I bought the B16 from H Motors. It was manual, so we converted it to manual. So it was. If
it was 2009 when you converted the car to 5-speed, what year did I get my license? You know what? I remember driving your car when it was automatic, but I don't know that it was legal for me to drive the car, so I don't really remember.
I think it was right when you got your Mustang.
Okay.
I did my swap, and then right after that you got your V8 Mustang.
Yeah, and that didn't last long. I don't even really talk about it because that wasn't like a huge project. I didn't even really get into it. I was probably in the same situation as you. I just wanted to get a car. I thought the Mustang was cool. But enough about the Mustang. Let's get back into the Honda. What is your current setup with it?
Currently, it's on the motor's a Japanese spec B16 SIR2 motor. It's from an SIR2 Civic in Japan. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with those, but that's what it is. It came out of a EK4 Civic 4-door in Japan.
Yeah, and this is the motor that you got from H Motors. I remember you and Fatboy, you guys pulled the Type R out of the actual clip from the warehouse over in Orlando, right?
Yeah. I got this motor in 2009, and then 2013 I decided it was time for an upgrade. So I bought a Type R motor. I literally bought it, and it was still in the front clip of a ITR. And then we were allowed to, the shop allowed us to take it out the front clip, and I bought it. It had 26,000 miles on it, like 42,000 kilometers. And that was 2013. And you remember how long that lasted?
Yeah, that was Honda Day. I'll throw up a couple pictures of my car at Honda Day. I don't know do we have any years at Honda? I think from the first day, because Honda Day was Saturday and Sunday in Orlando at Orlando Speed World, and I remember we had your car and my car out there the first day. Here it is, check it out. We have a picture?
Yeah, we have them.
There it is. So you see the picture since we have it, but then the second day, tell them what happened at the beginning of the second day.
I got there the second day, and I was going in the gate and turn the car on. I drove in the front gate. I already paid for both days. The car just shut off and it would not start, and I got it started again, and the motor it sounded like someone had a jackhammer under the hood. Yeah. It was just...
Luckily, how far away were we from Honda Day that, I mean, it's a good thing we didn't drive across the state or even across the country. It was, how far would you say?
5-7 minutes from Honda Day.
Yeah.
It was right down the road.
Right. And my current shop now is that much closer to where Honda Day was. It's over by Orlando Speed World. My shop's in Christmas, Florida, if you're familiar with the area. But anyways, moving on from the swap, what do you feel is more important when it comes to first getting a car? You said you bought the car stock, right?
Yeah, bone stock. Nothing at all done to it.
Yeah, and that's the best way to do it. Always buy a stock car. So what do you think is more important to go? You think it's better to do suspension first or swap first? And what did you do, and what would you do now with knowing what you know now?
Honestly, I did it like most everyone else does. I did the swap first. I wanted the horsepower, right? I wanted to see a higher number, and I wanted the car to go faster. But honestly, I think it's most important to keep a car balanced.
Right.
So you never want to have a car that to me then it's just a muscle car. Technically not technically a muscle car, but you just have some big fast motor and that's all it does.
Yeah, it can go fast in a straight line, but it rolls like a freaking old lady shopping cart at the store around the corner.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so what motor? You said this is a B16, so I think it's more important to get a little cheaper motor, maybe keep it B series and then go with suspension rather than a stock setup with a K in it. Wouldn't you agree? I mean,
I agree. If you have the money, absolutely go K. That's a great motor, but
don't do a K without going suspension.
Yeah, of course, because there's plenty of people that I see it every time at the car meets. You don't go to the car meets anymore, but
no.
I know that's too low for you.
Yeah,
I see it all the time. I see a K on boost.
Yeah,
and it has drum brakes in the back.
Drum brakes,
like,
eBay coils. All you guys out there need to stop buying eBay coils. I don't have any sponsorships for any coilover companies. Let me know if you want to sponsor my videos and you're rocking some coilovers, and then we can get you hooked up, get some coverage for you. But anyways, back to that. Let's move from the engine, suspension. Let's go to the interior of the car. Tell us about the interior, what you have, some various stages that it's went through, and maybe some future plans about specifically the interior.
As far as the interior, like I said, it was completely stock when I got it. I had a set of, remember those Del Sol seats that I had?
Yeah, I think I pulled them out of a junkyard over in Bithlo. You guys know about Bithlo, Florida, if you're familiar with the area. I think I pulled them out of the Del Sol, called you, said, hey dude, these are pretty cool, do you want them? I pulled, dude, they were cool.
I rocked them for a little bit.
Yeah, but I wouldn't rock them nowadays. But I mean, I liked how they were small. They were definitely...
They were comfortable.
Yeah.
From there, I remember I started making some halfway decent money. I went full. I want to keep the car period correct. I know a lot of people don't really focus on that in the Hondas. I know that's more of a classic car thing to keep a car period correct. But that's definitely what I wanted to do with this car, and it's still, at this time, it's still period correct with all the interior and exterior parts. So I went full 96 EK, or late 90s EK Type R for the interior, from steering wheel, seats, floor mats, all that stuff. I kept a USD MSI cluster for
all
the
Type R, and then the Type R mirrors I see as well, the power folding mirrors with the power wired up, ready to go. A lot of you guys don't have the power mirrors wired up, but we do on this car, right? And then the headliner black. I wish that there was some kind of option for coupes, for better back seats for coupes. But anything that anybody has is mainly custom, right?
I see people do 8th Gen SI, but that's...
Yeah, but it probably doesn't fit right. And to be honest, I would rather have stock seats that aren't as nice, that fit properly, than some kind of trash buckets. But I don't know, do those seats fit right?
Yeah, they bolt right in.
Oh, dude, see, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
8th Gen SI Coupe, you have to get SI Coupe. They bolt right into an EK.
Well, that's what you got to do next. But anyway, speaking of what you got to do next, the car has been this way for quite a while. What are your plans coming up for the car? Do you plan on doing wheels, motor? What are some of your plans in the future?
Well, as the car sits right now, it's very, very balanced. The suspension is it's equal in comparison to how much power it makes. Same with the brakes. I actually recently upgraded the brakes.
Yeah. What kind of suspension? What kind of brakes are you running? Let them know what you're running. It's not eBay stuff.
No, it's the suspension right now is D2 RS full coilovers. They're 36-way adjustable dampening. Sway bars front and back, strut bars front and back. Full Skunk 2 camper kits front and back. And then brakes, I upgraded recently to 5-lug. The brakes are my biggest upgrade now. The brakes are definitely ready for some more power.
Right, and that 5-lug, is that a CTR 5-lug, or did you go with the ITR 5-lug, and why?
I specifically looked for a while for the CTR 5-lug.
Yeah, because the ITRs are easy to come by, right? Yeah, why did you want to go CTR rather than ITR?
The CTR, their hubs take a 32mm axle, which is the same as every other B series and D series. So you don't have to go get these exotic custom axles, because ITR is 36mm, and you either got to find a Integra Type R, which good luck.
Yeah.
Or buy call a Passport and get some 36mm B series axles.
So if you went K series, let's just say you went K series tomorrow, would you be able to? What axles do K series use?
Well, the base RSX, the K20A3 and EP3s, they use a 32mm axle as well, and those are the ones actually more supported in the aftermarket. Most companies make a K-Series 32mm axle because they want to bolt into a 4-lug hub, which most people have anyways. So those would just bolt right in here. But K-Series, as far as like the little bit higher performance ones, like the A2, Z3s and things like that, those are a 36mm axle.
So one thing that I kind of don't like about the Honda community, and it's kind of why I sold my car, is just because the bad rap that Hondas get, and I think it's because they're so cheap and they're so easy to modify that just these, I don't want to say punk kids, but I'm going to say it like these punk kids that don't really have any respect for culture or for keeping it any kind of era correct. They just go crazy, and then they get a bad rap and they race the cars, and people kind of looked at Hondas as maybe like how they looked at skateboarders of society. Like they kind of like look down at them as like I skateboarded too, but it's not like all skateboarders are like potheads. You know what I mean? So not all Hondas are like street race cars. And I know you're on kind of both ends of the fence of like, is it a street race car, or how do you deal with that with your life? And I mean,
well, yeah, I've done the Honda scene for a lot longer, and I've seen a lot of, you know, I'll say low lifes in there. But like you said, I also see it on the other side, because I am in my career right now. I am a police officer. I know it's kind of hard to believe. I love my Honda. I'm very, you know, I like to think I'm very knowledgeable about Hondas, and I have a lot of passion for this car. But I'm also a police officer, so I see it on the other side as well. And unfortunately, a lot of times when, you know, we're getting into stuff, people are committing crimes and things like that. Guess what they're driving? They're driving these things as well. Yeah. So it is an unfortunate stereotype, and there's a lot of truth to it. But
yeah, I think that's important to realize and to understand that some stereotypes are backed with a lot of truth. And I mean, all you can do is build your car tastefully. Have you had a lot of issues with it? I mean, throughout 11 years, have you been harassed by cops? I mean, before you were a police officer, or do you tend to stay out of trouble because you do it respectfully? I mean, how has it gone?
I've never been in any kind of serious trouble with it at all. I've been pulled over a few times here and there.
Yeah, for like exhaust or something. But I guarantee you, the Mustang next door where the kid revs it up in the morning, he's probably been pulled over for exhaust too. That's just part of it, you know. So you think you can stay out of trouble as long as you're respectful, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
When you pull someone over, the chance of them getting a ticket, wouldn't you say that sometimes depends on them, how they're being?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys need to consider that. I mean, you might be writing yourself a ticket if you're acting a fool. The Honda might be the reason why you get pulled over, but I mean, you know firsthand that it's them who gets the ticket, right? I mean,
I can't speak for every officer, but that's a lot how it is most of the times, and I'm the same way.
Well, you have more insight than anybody watching this video, unless they're a police officer. You have more insight of police officers being a police officer.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're a police officer and also heavily involved in the car scene.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of neat that you see both sides of it. And I mean, if you guys had any questions for like, how do you feel being a police officer in the Honda scene, drop that in the comment section below. We'll address some of those things, because it is kind of bizarre to be someone who's associated with something so illegal that people stereotypically think is illegal, like street race build, where it's not a street race build, it's just a performance inspired Honda build, but people look at that as a street race car, one side of the law, and then you work on the other side of the law. So leave that in the comment section below, and we'll address that in an upcoming video if you guys have a lot of questions. If you guys don't have any questions, you can suck it. Alright guys, so coming to the conclusion of this video, coming to the conclusion of the 1996 Honda Civic V16 Coupe, Type R interior, Type R goodies, functionality over everything, but it's still tastefully done. You have any final thoughts that you want to kind of give to the viewers, and any advice, just kind of final thoughts wrapping it up, what do you think?
Just keep it simple, keep it clean, do what you love, do it right the first time. Take your time, and you know, you'll love your car, and you won't be switching them out every 3 months like your underwear and your girlfriend.
Right, amen, shalom, hallelujah. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, like this video, comment, subscribe. You know what it is, YouTube.
Yeah.